Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. And you were transcendent, my friend, in Madison.
Thank you. Thank you. It was really, really a pleasure. I can't wait. The only thing that would make it better is if Joe Biden were to somehow find a way to get E. Jean Carroll and Summer Vernos and Stormy Daniels to be in the front row of his debate with Donald Trump.
I don't think there's enough seating for all the women that Trump has assaulted, but yeah.
Biden, this is your only chance, Joe, to do exactly what Donald Trump did to Hillary Clinton, except that it was going after a woman for what her husband did. I'm saying get Karen McDougal in the front row, Joe. We're ready.
Yeah.
How do you come for John Fugelsang about the Bible?
You don't?
Thank you. Okay. People don't learn. They just don't. James tweeted to you, where does Jesus overturn the death penalty? Cite chapter and verse, please. And then you cited
chapter and verse.
John 8:11. Mad.
Don't read the Bible, people. Don't be intimidated by your right-wing Christian loved ones. 9 times out of 10, they don't read the Bible. It's all drag.
You said Jesus Christ overturns eye for an eye in the Sermon on the Mount. He stops an execution, says only the sinless may execute. Also, the word is cite. C-I-T-E. Anyway.
These people can't spell. They don't read the Bible. Don't be afraid of them.
Exactly. So, John, I cannot wait till the book is done. We talked about it backstage a little bit, the separation of church and hate. It is so necessary right now. I'm telling you, our listeners have been asking for years for you to write this book, for them to be able to talk to their right-wing friends and relatives. So, first of all, when will it be done?
It'll be done next year, 2025. So either it'll be done, look, I think it'll be done just in time for Biden's second term. I don't think it's going to be a Trump's second term book. So having said that, even if Biden is reelected, the revoltingly fake Christians who worship Jesus as a god because following his inconveniently liberal teachings is a bit too much, they're still going to be way too powerful. They're still going to be the bad guys. They're still going to be sending pompous little field kickers out to pontificate about what their Jesus fan club thinks rather than what the actual Bible is. Again, these people are trying to use the Bible for political power, but they don't actually follow the part of the Bible they claim to follow. And that's why we have to take away their camouflage and thump these Bible thumpers with the Bible.
I feel like the hypocrisy was literally on visual parade, though. You have Speaker Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, who claims to be this deeply Christian man, is standing there outside lying for an adulterer who's inside paid off a porn star who's been an adjudicated rapist. I mean, I don't even think you could write that.
No, and it's the quid pro quo because Donald Trump just saved Moses' job last week. Donald Trump called Marjorie Taylor Lady Blah Blah to stop trying to get rid of it. It didn't work. She didn't listen to him, but Donald Trump made a call on behalf of Johnson. They are colluding together. And yes, Mike Johnson, who fights for zero of the actual teachings of Jesus, shows up in a courthouse to help someone who is bearing false witness, to help a guy who was paying a porn star to say they never had sex after they had sex after his wife gave birth to his 5th child.
Right.
That is how deep none of these people believe anything. Everything they do is for power. So look at these ventriloquist dummies that showed up ready to have Trump's hand inserted in New York. You got Byron Donalds. You got the other one who wants to be vice president.
I called them anal suppositories, but you went the other way with the fist. Yeah.
Well, anal cyst is a perfect name for that eyeliner model, J.D. Vance. All of them show up because Donald Trump has a gag order, and they are there to be Donald Trump's mouths, literally to be his ventriloquist dummies, because only a ventriloquist can talk through a dummy while he's under a gag order. Yeah. So it's got nothing to do with Christianity. You have to throw out the Beatitudes. You have to throw out Matthew 25 to get behind this hump. So let him keep on doing it, because Joe Biden has set up this dynamic now where they're going to show up for a debate after Trump spent years claiming that Joe Biden's this incoherent Alzheimer's patient. I mean, Biden's got dementia, right? Biden's going to show up for these debates wearing a hospital gown, right? Trump, being a dumb thug, lowers expectations so much. I mean, he's lowered the bar. Dick Cheney's tripping over it in the underground bunker right now. So all Biden's got to do is show up and not drool and mop the floor with him.
Yeah, we're doubting whether Trump is actually going to show up. They've already started the whining about it being rigged and blah, blah, blah. So we'll see. You've retweeted, we've been talking about this, NFL player, the Kansas City. This is why we have to go to do Kansas City Sexy Liberal now.
Right.
Yeah, we do. I'm ready.
The kicker, NFL player attacks Pride Month and trans people, tells women they should get back in the kitchen and make babies. And you just said Harrison Butker is a moral crossdresser, a white nationalist in ill-fitting Christian drag. Yep. He fights for zero of the actual teachings of Jesus, but uses the term Christian as cover. If a guy makes millions by handling a pigskin on the Sabbath, he doesn't get to use Leviticus against the gays.
There you go.
Yay! Yay, John Fugelsang.
You women have had the most diabolic lies told to you. I watched this guy's entire speech. I watched his entire speech.
Thank you.
I mean, look, he's intelligent. He cares a lot about what he believes he's doing. There are some lovely moments in the speech. I watched the whole thing. But this guy, this is what it is, man. He's in drag. He's a moral crossdresser. He's a Jesus-rejecting heathen, but he wants to use the Christian restroom. This is fascism that identifies as Christianity.
So,
that's my whole thing. Remember when the conservatives were telling the professional athletes to shut up and play your
shut up and dribble or whatever,
expressing a political opinion because you spoke out against racism?
Yeah.
They didn't let Colin Kaepernick take a knee about racial injustice, but this guy's applauded for telling women their degrees aren't worth anything. Because, the NFL players shouldn't be political, Steffi, unless they're making racists feel bad.
Yeah.
And nothing in his speech, nothing. I watched the whole thing. This walking, talking, blaspheming, pontificating example of everything wrong with Christianity, this cruel, arrogant, selfish. Nothing in here was from Jesus.
Yeah.
His mother was a rich professional surgeon. And this soft, manicured little Wonka factory tour kid grew up in wealth because of a woman in the workplace.
Hey,
but he's going to tell these women right here, this is how privileged these rich people are. He doesn't understand that most families have to have two breadwinners.
Yes.
So he'll tell these women, my wife's life
comes
didn't
from a long line of, don't get me started on, women, multi-million-dollar a year making women telling other women they shouldn't be working or whatever.
But he's telling you, the other women, my wife's life didn't begin until she began serving me and being my housewife.
Right.
Dude, you make $10 million a year playing for the NFL. Most women aren't going to marry a guy as rich as you. I'll be your wife, dude. I will raise your children if you have $10 million a year. But most parents don't have to go to work.
As you might you might not be surprised, some female students that were there took exception to having spent tens of thousands of dollars on a degree that apparently he was told them was useless. This is one female student from Benedictine College. Here she is.
All right. Well, since I have about 200 of y'all congratulating me and asking me what the I was thinking during this speech, I thought I'd respond. Yeah, it was horrible.
Nice Catholic girl.
Some of us did boo. Me and my roommate definitely did.
But it was a conservative Catholic college, so she went on to
There
say,
was a standing ovation from everyone in the room, except from me, my roommate, and about 10 to 15 other women. You also have to keep in mind this was at a Catholic and conservative college. So a lot of the men were like, yeah. They were excited.